For the past few years, I've been talking about how Orlando is getting more mature, the jobs that are coming here, and how things are changing. We have Disney and Universal and SeaWorld and Gatorland, all the hospitalities, Rosen Hotels, so many jobs here that have to do with hospitality. But what about outside of that? Well, I've got KPMG, I've got the USTA, we've got Amazon that are investing millions and millions of dollars here locally. Now, Amazon specifically just opened a new fulfillment center over by Orlando International. And if you ever wondered, what would it be like to see inside one of those things? Have you ever thought about what it would be like once you hit click to see the whole process? Well, you're in luck because today Amazon invited me out to watch that entire process unfold, and my mind was absolutely blown. And stay to the end because there's multiple different companies that are hiring here locally, and I want to tell you about those and maybe change your perception about where Orlando is headed. All right, so we're here at the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Orlando, and I'm excited to introduce you to the site lead,
Melissa Wason.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely.
So talk to us a little bit about where we're at today.
So we are an Amazon robotics sortable facility. So that means basically we process customer orders and ship them out the door to all the customers in Orlando as well as the geographic southeastern United States of America.
So I think when people think about Orlando, they think about theme parks, they think about really hospitality, and that's about it. But walking around here, you've got a lot of jobs that are not hospitality, not theme park related. Talk to me about sourcing people and how this has come about. Is it easy to get people to move to Orlando and work? And what does that job kind of overview look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So we bring everyone in as an Amazon associate, so you're not designated into a specific department. But of all the buildings in the network, we are actually one of the ones that is the easiest to staff. Anytime we need people, we're able to hire. We have a lot of competitive pay. Our benefits are fantastic. Everyone gets full benefits on day one, medical, vision, dental. We offer Career Choice, which is our program to pay for college tuition. And of all the sites in the network, we're actually the #2 site for folks that use that to go take college classes. We're actually also one of the sites that has the highest immigrant populations.
Is there anything different about this facility that's different than other facilities around the country?
So we have different generations. Like I said, we're about 5 years old, and so what you see behind me are some of the Amazon robots that we have in almost all of our buildings that are similar to us, which is, again, AR sortable, Amazon Robotics. So most of our items fit in the yellow totes we'll see that are 18 inches by 6 inches. The average weight of the items in our building is 2.5 pounds. And so I know it can be perceived as a very physical job, and it is because you're standing and you're working and you're packing packages, but at the same time, most of what we handle are smaller, more high velocity items, as opposed to there's other sites in the network that do sofas and some of the big stuff you might order. So that's a little bit different about us.
There's at least 20 products out here that my wife has already ordered last night, I'm sure, that are buzzing around.
Well, hopefully they're not out here. Hopefully they're at your house already.
Okay.
That's the goal.
True.
Less than a day. That's the goal.
Good. So we're hanging out with Anthony. He's going to walk us through the different stages of what goes on here. Thanks for hanging out with us.
No problem. So one of the first stages we have is bringing the items inside of the building. So this will be our inbound dock, or also known as our receive dock. So we pretty much unload a truck. It gets items from various places. We have something that may be transshipped, so it may come from directly another site, or it may come directly from the vendor. So you may see UPS trucks bringing things here. We get all of that on site. So from there, we have our associates break down the truck. They load it on a pallet, as you can see here. And then from there, we get it to the next process in our operation, which will be called inbound stow.
So it comes off the truck, and then what?
Absolutely. So once it gets from the truck, we have a group that will bring it over to our stow station. So the stow station is pretty cool. It's actually what we consider our hands-free stow station. So the associate doesn't have to scan each item. We have a system that will pick up the item. It'll take an image once they place it on the actual shelf. On their screen, now they can see an image of the item they're placing, and it just keeps the associate in rotation. As you can see, the associate is using our ladder to place it where they can't reach above their shoulders, and even the ladder has a sign to make sure that they're following proper steps.
Amazing.
All right, so after we stow it, pretty much once you stow it, it's sellable online. So after we stow it, it comes to our pick station. So our picking team is the team that actually will pretty much, once you say, I want to buy this from Amazon.com, we got to get it to you. So the picker will shop for the customer. They'll shop, they'll pick the item that you're looking for. Their screen will show them the item. There's also a cool light, which will show them where to pick from once the pod arrives, as well as how many items to select. And if it is in a package that may not be visible right away, it'll show an image of the box that they're going to grab, so we can have as little to no defects or errors to make sure we keep you happy and get you what you need.
So step one that comes from a vendor, it could be something that you guys own or something from a small business that you guys are fulfilling for them.
Correct.
Then it goes into one of these, and then somebody orders it online, then it comes here. She's got to get it from wherever inventory is to make sure that it's going to go into our fourth stage, which is...
Correct. Which will be our pack stage.
Awesome. All right, so step number 4, what are we doing?
All right, so after the picker has placed it in the tote, sent the tote down conveyance, it'll find a pack area. So there may be multiple different ways it has to go. Here now we are in one of what we call our medium area. So if your items are a certain size and weight, we'll package them here. And it's only one item in a box at a time. So any item.
All right, so we got some bed sheets.
So you're gonna go ahead and scan the barcode? Perfect. Now it's telling you your box. Absolutely.
A2, smile upside down.
Yep, it's already upside down for you.
A few moments later.
We're thinking 2 or 3.
So you can go ahead and place 2, but because this one is an item that won't be damaged, you don't have to put any in.
Got it. Okay, we don't have to do anything
All right,
else.
go ahead and seal the container. Now, perfect, you got it.
Grab this guy,
Yeah,
put it right here.
you can place it there.
I'll scan it.
Either or, you work fine. Now you go ahead and seal it. And what's our last step after you seal it?
Once it says it's complete, then I'm going to put it on here.
Absolutely.
There we go. I'm good to go. Do I get a job?
All right. Absolutely.
All right, so now that we're done packaging, what happens next?
All right, so after we package the item, we have to ship it out. So before it can get to our shipping area, it'll go through our main sorter. And what it'll do is it'll divert. So if you look back, you can see all of the cool packages going down. What you'll see in our next step is a cool spiral slide, and it'll go to the proper truck. So say you lived in Alaska. We will have a truck that's headed to Alaska. We will know where it's going, or maybe it's going to a midpoint between there, and we'll be able to tell you that information as well.
All right, so we packed up the box upstairs. It came all the way down. Now what happens?
Right, the final step to getting you your package is going to be our ship dock. So our ship dock, or our outbound dock, which means getting it out of the building, it will end here. So we saw it go down our diverter, which was that cool thing that pushed it down the slide, which the slide is right here behind us, or in front of us, excuse me. And then it goes to the truck. So our associates go through a process what we call fluid loading, and they'll just stack the boxes on the truck, and it'll go to the appropriate destination.
Amazing. Thanks for showing us around.
No problem, you're welcome.
So going through the fulfillment center was eye-opening to me to see how many people worked there and how much money is being invested in our local area for things that you just don't always think about. Like I go on Amazon, I click buy, the box shows up 24 hours later, and you don't really think about all of the people in between. And so this was a really cool thing to see. And so it got me thinking, like, are they hiring? Are they growing? And so I talked to their PR person that runs Florida, and he said there's over 16,000 job openings that are getting ready to open for the holidays. 1,000 of them are right here in Orlando. So then I started thinking about what other companies are out there hiring that you might not automatically think. Many people automatically think about Disney and Universal and are they hiring? But what about Orlando Health? They've got 885 job openings right now. What about maybe the city of Orlando or the county level? There's literally hundreds of jobs there. As of today, KPMG over in Lake Nona, like I mentioned earlier, they've literally got hundreds of jobs opened. Another cool company is EA Entertainment. So if you're into video game design or anything in that world, they've got dozens of jobs, college football design, and all really cool stuff like that that's happening. Siemens is a huge employer here in Orlando, and they have dozens of jobs open as well. So actually, I put a link down in the description below of the top 75 employers here in Orlando that maybe you don't automatically think of when you think about Orlando. Going through all of these different companies, that 75 list, I went on Indeed and LinkedIn and Monster, and I started kind of culminating all the different job opportunities, and there's easily over 40,000 job openings here in Orlando. Then I went over to the Department of Labor Statistics, and it shows that we have only a 3% unemployment rate here in Orlando. That's actually almost a full point lower than the US national average right now. So that's a really, really strong job market. So if you're looking to move to the area and or you're looking to maybe move within the area, upgrade your job, change jobs, there's a lot of opportunity for you. And if you're looking to buy a house or sell a house along with that, my team and I, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. So email me, info@positgroup.com, or call the number in the description below. We'll see you guys on the next video.